I think for my 10 minutes, that's we're probably gonna. I'm probably gonna talk through some of the points that tutorials points talks about in terms of the basics of programming. Again, I don't know everybody's level in terms of what they know and what they don't know. So we'll probably discuss that later. But basically around creating a basic website, I'm gonna try to talk through some of the stuff. I'm gonna talk very quick just to keep it within the 10 minutes. And yeah, hopefully, you know, you note down your questions to ask later. I'm also using AWS, and we'll probably talk about that later as well. Cool. So I'm gonna start. So hopefully it's 17:03 now. Hopefully I finish before 1:15. That's a little bit more than 10 minutes. So I'm gonna create a new project from start. I'm gonna ask you to note a few things just to identify the project that we're working on. This will be demo 4. This will help you identify the project that we're working on. I'm just gonna make this 0. You can leave this as it is if you want. Everything else I'm gonna leave as is. Click a few things here, and if you are interested in why I click some of these things, we can probably talk about it later. I think that's one more there. Then template engine time lift. Then we'll create that application. Just note that location as well. We'll use it later. Like, let me just copy it. I just put it here. Finish. I'll just open a new window. As a matter of fact, to make sure I don't confuse myself, I'm gonna close that. Cool. Enable auto imports. So there's a few folders and files that IntelliJ creates for you. So this is IntelliJ, it's an IDE by JetBrains. An IDE is basically a text editor. It's very similar to Microsoft Word, just for programming. I'm gonna create a package which is just a folder. For those who are already used to Java, you already know that. I'm gonna create a test controller, and we can talk about controller is a bit later. And I'm gonna annotate that at controller. I'm gonna create a basic method, public, and it's gonna return a model and view. I'll call it test. Won't have any parameters. If you have any questions, again, just note them down. So I'm going to create a get mapping, sorry, and this will just map to that. This will return a new model and view that maps to an index file. So this index file is basically a file that should be sitting in the templates file. So I'm going to create a simple one here, create file. Sorry, create an HTML file. And then I'm gonna call it index, which is what I refer to there. I'm just gonna create a simple H2 here and start up the application. I'll just put that, and I'm gonna run this. In the meantime, I'm gonna, just to make this as interesting as possible, I'm gonna copy someone's code, well, someone's code from a tutorial online. To make, well, a pretty website. I'll copy it from there. So this is the stuff I'm gonna be copying to make this website. It's gonna look something like what's down here. I'll just change one thing just so you guys can see that this is a website that I'm creating. So from the application I just ran, I'm gonna try, sorry, this, there we go. Hey. That's the text I just put that side. So again, I'm gonna copy the text from that website to see if we can sort of make our website a bit better than just basic text. So I'm gonna copy that as well, put it into here. Again, this is supposed to be a Java tutorial, so it's not really about HTML and CSS. So if you know we want to have that, we can probably discuss that as well a bit later. Cool. I'm running behind time. I'm going to run this again. change something. The port that it's running on. Currently, if you check in our browser, this is running on 8080. I want to change that to 5000. This is for Amazon, where we're deploying. So there, I'm just going to change something simple here to someone's name that's currently on the call. Here we go. Let's find someone on the call. Calypso. Sorry? So we'll use Calypso on there. So that's cool. Awesome. That's probably everything that I need to add. And then now I need to deploy my application. I'm gonna stop it. Before I deploy it, I need to change one thing, how we're packaging our application. This is similar to what a zip file is, just technically a zip file. Then I'm basically gonna package it. While that runs, I'm gonna go back to my browser. So this is where we'll be. So if you're a student, you can get a free AWS account, and then you can probably use that to play around with. I'll call this Calypso as well. And then I won't change anything there. The platform is Java. There we go. And then I'm gonna upload my code. So this is simple, you can just choose a file from there. Once it's done packaging our file. So it's done. I'm just gonna open where these files are. And this directory is similar, is exactly the same one that I showed you a bit earlier. This is the file that we're gonna upload now. Cool, choose file. There we go, I'm gonna choose that file. It takes quite a bit to download. On the bottom right, you can actually see the percentage there. It's on 20% now. While it uploads that, I'm gonna go back to my IDE. So just to talk through the stuff that we've already done. So we created a simple application in Java, we called it Demo 4. The IDE is IntelliJ by JetBrains. And then we created a controller, we annotated the controller, created a get mapping, and a method that returns. So this is the return type, there's no parameters, and then it returns a model and view. And the model and view is basically index, which is just that file there. And then this is code we basically copied from CodePen Online. Hopefully it's done now. There we go, we'll create that application. Also, like even if you're a student and you create an AWS account, you do run out of credits. So hopefully we haven't run out of any credits. Again, this takes quite a bit of time as well. So AWS is pretty cool. I tried doing this in Microsoft. It took me way too long, so I decided to give up on that and try AWS. But if anybody wants to try it out with Azure, then by all means. So basically, that's what I did. Also, IntelliJ automatically created this file for us, which is what almost each and every single Java application should have. If I'm not mistaken, every Java application needs to have a main. The main method is just the point of entry. It's a point of entry for each Java application. I think every other file we created. Oh, it also created a POM file for us. So this is basically an XML file. It's a file that makes to build your application, and then you just basically specify all your dependencies that you require in your application. Again, this specific tutorial is not about Maven or Springboard that we're using here. It's about basic computer programming. And if anybody wants to know more about any of these technologies or frameworks or build tools, they can probably talk to me later, or we can do it during the Q&A session. So I'm basically done. Hopefully it works. It's currently pending. When it's done, it'll give us a URL. Hopefully, well, obviously, if nothing fails, it'll give us a URL that we can use to access our application. There we go. It's not done yet, but let's see if well, if it works, not yet. So when it's done, the health will change to, I think, healthy or something. So if you go into the environment, you can see exactly what it's doing. You can actually see the logs somewhere. There we go. You can see the logs there, but we're not really interested in that. We are. Let me just check. I have that there, which is fine. So let's go back to applications. Calypso, still pending. So this is what takes most of the time, but basically we've created our basic website. If we wait a minute or so, it should finish with, oh yeah, the health is okay. Let's see if that works. There we go. So this is our basic website in, I think, 10 minutes exactly. It started at 17:03. Here's our website. That's the name that I changed. And everything else is as we copied it. So you can click a few things there. It will take you to where you want to go. So yeah, that's pretty cool.